Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. Anime is incredibly popular, but the amount of choice might overwhelm those who are just getting started. So here are the best anime for beginners. Despite the fact that anime is one of the most popular forms of entertainment in the world, it can be incredibly difficult for potential fans of the genre to actually start watching. This is largely due to the fact that the most popular anime tend to be incredibly long, with some even being made up of over 1,000 episodes. Consequently, a good started anime should be relatively short, at least at the time of writing, allowing for potential fans to easily catch up with the plot without the daunting and fatiguing task of watching over 1,000 episodes. This article will list 10 of the best anime for beginners. Number 10. Cells at Work. A few works of fiction have portrayed the inner workings of the human body in this fashion, and Cells at Work does it in true anime style. The human body is a vast city of apartments. Furnaces and aqueducts and hard-working cells keep it all running. The animation is gorgeous, the cells are well explained, and the humor is spot on. There are action scenes too, when white blood cells and killer T cells do battle with bacteria and viruses. This show is 12 episodes long, with a second season on the horizon. Number 9. Suisei no Gargantia. In the distant future, a majority of humans have left the Earth, and the Galactic Alliance of Humanity is founded to guide exploration and ensure the prosperity of mankind. However, a significant threat arises in the form of strange creatures called Hydos, resulting in an interstellar war to prevent humanity's extinction. Armed with Chamber, an autonomous robot, 16-year-old Lieutenant Ledo of the Galactic Alliance joins the battle against the monsters. In an unfortunate turn of events, Ledo loses control during the battle and is cast out to the far reaches of space, crash landing on a waterlogged Earth. Number 8. Plastic Memories. Fans of sci-fi and heartbreak alike may enjoy this series, which has elements of Blade Runner and The Fault in Our Stars, quite the combo. In this world, realistic androids are a reality, but they have limited lifespans and must be manually retired, sometimes against their will. Male lead Tsukasa Mizugaki is a newly hired robot retirer, and his companion is Isla, a robot who is on the verge of being retired herself. Tsukasa comes to love Isla with his very human heart, just in time for it to get broken. Number 7. Little Witch Academia. This anime may have been a significant influence on the later series My Hero Academia. In both series, a non-magical child is inspired by her hero, then enrolls at a magic school to emulate that hero. In this case, the heroine is Ako, who is dying to become a witch to help people and make them happy. Her magic powers are minimal, but she's trying, and she makes many lovely friends at witch school. Number 6. Yuri on Ice. Anime Yuri on Ice is one of the few examples of LGBT+ love stories in anime. The series follows the titular Yuri, a Japanese figure skater who is considering quitting the sport, eventually catches the eye of Viktor Nikiforov, one of the world's most renowned figure skaters. Viktor becomes Yuri's coach as Yuri rediscovers his love for the sport, and a charming love story begins to develop between the two characters.
いつまでハセツにいる？うちの温泉手伝うの？
才能ないやつはさっさと引退しろ。
ビクトルを利用しなきゃ。
それが俺の願いだ。
動かないでくれると助かる。
Number 5. The Ancient Magus Bride.
レンフレッド、ずいぶん目をかけているみたいだな。
This animated series takes place in a magical version of modern England, where Celtic and Scandinavian monsters and fairies live unseen in the wilds, far beyond human civilization. It's almost like a fairy tale out there. Viewers can easily relate to the familiar critters of this series, from a church grim to dragons and the famed Titania and Oberon. That and the fascinating skull-headed Elias can make for a compelling watch, all in 24 episodes.
Sir!
私を家族と言ったのはエリアスだけ。あなたの言ったことが嘘でも本当でもどっちでもいい。
騙してなんかいない。そうやって哀れな子供を己の好奇心のためだけに首輪で繋いで利用しようとし、
生きる者が死者を羨むものじゃない。
I thought you liked jazz.
Don't be dense. I started with
Number 4. Cowboy Bebop. Anime Cowboy Bebop is one of the most iconic and important anime of all time. Taking inspiration from Western imagery and stories, Cowboy Bebop is essentially a Wild West story that is set in space and brings together a group of mismatched characters on adventures across space. The series only lasted for one season and a movie, but has remained popular in the years since its release. If you're thinking of starting to watch anime, this would be a fantastic jumping on point.
That place is for small fries.
yeah, well, this small fry.
Please line up, scale line.
Number 3. ReZero. Despite only receiving one season, at the time of writing, ReZero Starting Life on Another World is one of the most popular anime of the past few years, with the characters of Rem and Ram being particularly widespread across the anime merchandise. The series follows Subaru, a young man who ends up being transported from the modern world into a fantasy world. In this world, Subaru learns that if he is killed, he resets to a checkpoint, allowing him to alter his actions and try again.
どう見ても作り物じゃねえよ。つまりこれはひょっとして異世界召喚ってやつ？
私たち違う星に来たんですね。
Number 2. Astral Lost in Space.
みんな俺についてこいよ。
In the year 2063, space travel is feasible and commercially available. As the cheerful Aries Spring arrives at the spaceport to attend a camp on the distant planet Macpar, her purse is suddenly snatched by a reckless thief. Luckily, the athletic Kanata Hoshijima is able to retrieve it for her, and Aries soon discovers that he is among the group of teenagers who will be traveling with her on the excursion as Team B5.
抹殺計画の対象となった俺たち全員の共通点。鑑定の結果、2人の DNA 配列は完全に一致した。
誰がキャプテンよ。ねえ、あれなんすか？双子？確かにそれなら同じ DNA でも。
だいたい1分から5分くらい前に戻って決まって何か悪いことが起こる直前だ。
Number 1. Erased.
俺が捕まるのが先か。
In a similar vein to Parasite, Erased is one of the most underrated anime of the past decade. The 12-episode series is a dark and intense story that follows a 27-year-old man called Satoru Fujinama, who possesses the ability to rewind to avoid a tragedy. However, after a murder in his present brings back forgotten memories of his childhood, Satoru rewinds to his childhood past. The series is as intense as it is heartwarming, with Satoru having to use his knowledge of the future in order to solve the murder in the future and catch the killer.
18年間をやり直すのか。
ひなずきは殺されるって他人に心開かなそうだもん。